Now, let's talk about a team that I mentioned last week, and I think they need mentioning it again. Let's talk about the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears, unbelievably, lost to the Patriots 19-3. 19-3. They put up 3 points against one of the worst teams in the NFL, the Patriots. You might as well score 0. How horrific do you have to be, disorganized, undisciplined, to lose that badly? They lost by 16 points. You might call that a blowout. The whole team looks just like they fall apart. They had a bye week, and since the bye week, they've lost 3 times. They've given up 18 sacks. They have no touchdown passes in 3 games. How the hell do you fall apart after a bye week when majority of teams get their bearings and they actually come out even most of the time better and they get more healthy? But not the Bears. The Bears come off a bye week and they just fall apart. This team, this organization is terrible. If you really think about it, when's the last time the Bears won the Super Bowl? I believe it was the early 2000s with Rex Grossman, and because Devin Hester had to make these miraculous plays doing punt returns and kick returns. They lost the Super Bowl, by the way. And before that, the 1985 Bears? This team is rot. There's so much rot in the foundation of the Chicago Bears. The McCaskies, the old family that owns that team, needs to sell the hell out of that team. It's an embarrassment. One of the biggest cities in America has one of the crappiest football teams. Hell, the White Sox and Cubs are nothing to brag about either. But the Chicago Bears have a organization problem, okay? For instance, their biggest weakness is their offensive line, right? So going into their bye week, they were 4-2. So it looks like they have a chance to make the playoffs. Definitely a wild card spot. You would think this organization said, hey, we have problems on this offensive line. I know we're going to the bye week with a little win streak, but why don't we, address this problem we have, and let's add a couple pieces. You don't have to be a great starter. You have to add to this offensive line. It could have been a depth piece. It could have been a plug-in starter who's just average. Look at the Vikings. They lost their left tackle for the year. They go make trade for Cam Robinson. Is Cam Robinson a great left tackle? No. They plugged him in, and he's not doing so bad. What do the Bears do? They sit on their hands. And the last 3 games that passed, Caleb Williams has been sacked 18 times. And they're hurt all throughout the line. They didn't go add any depth pieces. What is this organization thinking? There's nothing going around with the Bears organization. It's just like 2 coconuts just rolling around in the brains of the front office. What are you doing? It's disorganized. DJ Moore's walking off the sideline during plays. And you got the other guy, Stevenson, celebrating right before the Commanders throw a Hail Mary and beat them. What are you doing? I know some players not might like Caleb Williams because some people say he has an attitude problem. But that just tells me there's not veterans in that locker room saying like, hey, no, let's believe in the kid. Get off his back. He's a rookie. He will learn. He's young. He's 20, 21, whatever. That means they have no veterans telling the other players like, no, hey, take it easy. Let's just put some trust in this kid. Let's build his confidence. Then they hire their offensive coordinator. That's not going to make a difference. The head coach has gone through 3 offensive coordinators already. Elberflus, where the hell his name is. This head coach needs to go. But who's going to take that job since how disorganized that organization is? I don't know. They have all these weapons. They have one of the best secondaries. 2 corners that are really good. They have veteran wide receivers who are actually great, and Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. They have a good tight end. And they just have a very crappy offensive lineman. But that can't be all the whole only issue. Yes, if you can't throw the ball right away to your wide receivers because you're getting sacked all the time, it is pretty bad. But scoring only 3 points against the Patriots, that's just not an offensive line problem, okay? Caleb Williams is holding the ball a little bit too long. But there's a morale problem in that locker room. It's disorganized. People don't believe in each other. That's the real problem. And because The main problem is that the Chicago Bears have a whole organization, a whole culture problem. The Bears are just rotting at the foundations. That's why. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this organization just ruins Caleb Williams' career and the guy goes through like 9 coaches and this ends up being traded like Justin Fields and it's end up being on a bench on some other good team. It just sits there and rots like the Chicago Bears.